It's spinning. Here we go. We live. Hello, 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 everyone. Facebook, YouTube. How are y'all doing tonight? So glad to have you guys with us. We have an awesome conversation on tonight. We have two phenomenal, magnanimous ladies with us on tonight. We have none other than Dawn Lieck, the visionary author of Bosher Lane. And let me not leave out the phenomenal Dr. Shadaria Allison, the beauty practitioner herself. Hey, ladies, how y'all doing?
Hey, Key.
So glad to have y'all. So this is y'all's first time on Spitting Fire with Keisha. So I'm so glad that you all are gracing the platform on tonight. I am honored to have you guys. You know y'all are like family to me. So it's just like we're gonna chop this up real quick. We're gonna let the people know what Boss Lane is all about. We're gonna introduce Miss Dawn Lieck, who is what we call the Renaissance woman. She is the consummate business lady. If you want to know something about business, you want to know something about being transformed, you want to know something about changing at any age of your life, you want to get in contact with Miss Dawn Lieck. So, Dawn Lieck, come on up to the stage and tell us about yourself.
Hey, Keatras, thank you so much for having us this evening. Um, Gosh, you just made my face turn red. Give me all those accolades. I am a transformation life and business coach, as well as an international speaker and best-selling author. But of all those titles, probably my most favorite is being a visionary author. For anthologies, because the transformation that happens with the authors and the camaraderie that builds around it, and just it's amazing to me, and it's almost the ultimate transformation of people when they tell their stories or they contribute to a book, and like they're sharing this book, they're sharing their business expertise, which not a lot of books are offering that right now. So sharing their business expertise to help the novice entrepreneur make their way up,
Right.
make to their next. And one of the reasons why I am so passionate about this is because when I started my business, I was in 50 different directions, and I kind of didn't know what I needed to do and what I probably didn't need to invest in yet because I wasn't there yet.
Right.
Um, so this book is all things business, and it will help the new entrepreneur as well as current entrepreneurs just learn new things and actually be able to take away something that they can implement out of the book, not just a bunch of fluff. We got some good nuggets in there what they can actually implement. So that's a little bit about the book and me.
Well, look, I'm grateful that you're doing this. This is a vision that has been needed in the entrepreneur world, in the business world. I can resonate with what you said starting out. Um, owning businesses and not having something tangible to put your hand on, like a manual, to go to, with if you're thinking about the foundation, the legwork of building a business, there's nothing tangible that you can put your hand on. Of course, they've got tons and tons of books out there, but this is going to be a compilation of different people from different areas of business. And who wouldn't want to get that in their hands, right? Or who wouldn't want to be a part? Who wouldn't want to contribute that advice to the up and coming entrepreneur, to the up and coming business owner, to help them not be running around, like a chicken with their head cut off, to not be overpowered by business owners and coaches and things of that nature, and just not knowing which way to go. So I'm grateful that you're doing this. This is absolutely what's needed, especially for the generations that are coming behind us, for the generations that we're dealing with now. For the millennial entrepreneurs, of course, they're out there and they're taking the world by storm with the entrepreneurship realm. And this is something that they're really going to be able to, grab a hold of and be able to utilize and even help somebody else that's coming up. So this is an awesome opportunity for the entrepreneur, and also an awesome opportunity for anybody that's in business that wants to share your expertise for these up and coming entrepreneurs. Don't hold on to the business ideas and things that you have. Put it in this manual. And I'm honored to be a featured author in this manual as well. You know, we're out here bossing our lane. And I've ran into a lot of people that look at me crazy, y'all, because y'all know, of course, I was a nurse for 20 years. I had a real good career as a nurse. It wasn't because, you know, I got fired. It wasn't because my license got restricted or revoked. It was because it was time for me to come in and do something of my own. And I said, if I could run their business, those departments, hospitals, all those years, why can't I do that for myself? And with this manual, with Boss Your Lane, what's coming out, it's going to be those type of nuggets that are going to be in there to help the up and coming entrepreneurs. So kudos to you, Dawn, for following the vision and putting this out. Now we going over to Miss Shadaria Allison. Come on up, Shadaria, and tell us something about yourself. We know you're the beauty practitioner. We know you're the bio queen. Look, y'all, if you want somebody to write you a bio, and when you look at that thing and you say, "Who's she talking about?" She can't be talking about me. Look, this is the lady to write your bio, to put you on paper and represent. This is the one you want to go to, Dr. Shadaria Allison. Come on up and talk to us.
Thank you so much. So happy to be here. Thank you for having me, Keatrice. I'm like, Dawn, you get an intro like that. It's like, uh, now what do you do? Yes, I am formally known as Dr. Allison, the Beauty Practitioner, and I specialize in helping speakers, authors, entrepreneurs, and any of the like see themselves in a more pristine way by revitalizing their bios, ghostwriting their stories, and creating different graphics and designs to truly highlight their passions in a clear way so that this entire market that we live amongst can see the individual for who they are. And I really enjoy what I do.
And you are absolutely phenomenal at what you do. Y'all, she said, look, ghostwriting, graphics, brand specialist. She could do it all. She got the whole package. So when you get ready, you entrepreneurs, if you're new and you need all this good branding and all, listen, this baby got some ideas and she drops some stuff and you be like, you think I should do that? Yeah, go do that. I'm telling y'all, this is the one right here. And it's out the box. She's not boxed in. She don't let people dictate to her how she should handle her. I'm telling you, this is who you want to get with, to do some graphics for you, to write something for you, do some ghostwriting for you. Look, she's a wordsmith, baby. She can handle these words, okay? So she's a featured author in the book as well. We are just excited about the project, and we are here talking tonight, trying to let the business owners know, not just, and even if you could be a business owner. Look, you can be a life coach, you can be a small business owner, you can be a social worker, whatever it is that you're doing, that you're a boss in your lane in. There's somebody that needs that knowledge. There's somebody that needs what you have. And so often we find that we get knowledge and it's just like, well, I got mine, they got to get theirs. But we're trying to change that continuum. We're trying to change the trajectory of that and change it into, yeah, I got mine, now I'm going to help you get yours. You understand what I'm saying? So often the new entrepreneurs come out the gate and they lose all of their gusto because they've got these people out here. And I say it often, they're flying looking like eagles, but they're really vultures and buzzards. Okay, they're taking the new entrepreneurs for a ride. They're taking them for a loop, and when they get through with them, they still have nothing to show for it. So we're out here. We're pushing this anthology. We're pushing this project because we want people to drop their knowledge. We want people to drop their nuggets in this book, so that the up and coming entrepreneur will have a tangible manual to go to have. If they want to start a nonprofit, it's going to be something about that in here. If they want to change their mindset, because once you change your mindset, you change your life. If you want to change your mindset, there's going to be some tips in here on what you need to do to change your mindset. There's going to be some tips in here on the foundation of business, your legal name, your doing business as name, your DUNS number, your business bank accounts. All of these things play a part in you having a solid foundation in your business. And that's what this manual is. That's what Boss Your Lane is all about. We're out here trying to help the up and coming entrepreneur. So, Dawn, let me ask you this question. What type of people are you looking for to participate in this anthology? Is there anybody that you would say that can't, or what type of people are you considering to have in this anthology?
That's a very good question, because a lot of times, and I've had a few conversations where I've talked to people and they think that this anthology is only for coaches, right? For coaches or for speakers. Absolutely not. There is not one single business that could not be included in this anthology. So I'll give you an example. And sometimes, and it may not be your exact business that you want to get into, but the fundamentals and the basics that you're going to read are going to make the difference in any business. One of the authors is a baker, and she wrote a chapter about being a caker because that's her business. And, at first I thought to myself, well, how many people want to be a baker?
Mm-hmm.
Well, as I read her chapter, she did a complete and amazing job of breaking down how to charge for your product. And so it doesn't have to be about the actual cake. What she wrote is phenomenal, and it will apply to anybody who's selling product, right? And so just because it's not the exact business that someone may want to go into, they're still going to take away nuggets from that chapter. They're still going to take away some business knowledge that's going to help them in whatever business that they're in. And so, no, absolutely everyone is welcome, and not even have to be an entrepreneur. Maybe you're a manager or a supervisor, but you are a boss at what you do. You have the knowledge, you have the expertise at what you do, and everyone is welcome. Absolutely.
Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing to hear you say that you don't have to be a business owner, an entrepreneur. If you are a manager, you are a boss. And a lot of people don't look at it that way. You're absolute supervising. You're absolutely bossing what you're doing. You are the supervisor, you're the boss. You know all of the policies, the procedures. That's knowledge that somebody else needs, and that's what needs to be in this manual. That's absolutely amazing that you said that. And you're talking about the author that's the caker, and being a baker. There's so many small business owners like that have bakeries and that have boutique shops and things of that nature, that don't really know and understand that they are actually bossing that lane. They are actually, they just kind of get kind of laid back, well, I just have a shop. Oh, baby, you don't just have a shop. It takes a whole lot to run that shop. From the finance, from even knowing how to price your items. All of these things are things that need to be in that manual to help somebody else. So don't belittle yourself and think that just because, well, I just got a little boutique, or I just got a little nutrition shop, and I just sell, iced teas and things of that nature. Baby, you bossing your lane, okay?
And somebody
You
else
need to be
wants
it.
to do that. Somebody else
Exactly.
wants to probably do that exact same thing. If you
Right.
have a passion for it, there are other people that have a passion to do the exact same thing. And if not, like I said, if not the exact same thing, they can take the principles of your knowledge and utilize that knowledge in whatever they are doing. So, yeah, no
Exactly.
one is exempt. Absolutely no one. If you're boss in your lane, you are
You
more
need
than.
to be in this book.
That's correct.
Okay. You need to be in this book. Shadaria, give us your take on that.
Well, I think that the title is self-explanatory, but it can use some depth as it pertains to what you actually get out of what it means to boss your lane. As we did talk about it, is bossing is leadership, and so we want to essentially target those who have a desire not only to give their advice, but to also literally boss their own lane. This is a book that gives back as soon as you sign up. You not only become the expert, but you get to actually be the coach in someone else's entrepreneurial experience while gaining what you need, which is just be honest with you, advertisement and marketing as an entrepreneur yourself. So this is a book, in my opinion, that just gives and keeps on giving, because for the investments that authors are making to participate, they're not only able to use their wisdom to help someone else, but it's a great second degree launching pad for what they've already established for themselves by getting the marketing of being in the book alongside various types of entrepreneurs and some moguls, if you will, that have the hardcore stage presence alongside network that really you can't argue with the success that's going to come from it. I also think that it's important that when we talk about bossing your lane, that people really find out who they are and thus find out what they're supposed to boss. Sometimes, and I love the fact that Dawn mentions, like you guys said, the baker. She may not be your 7-8 figure CEO that's carrying a briefcase to wherever she's going, but she's bossing her lane because for some reason there's a passion deep within her that wants to be creative and create a great taste. And I think it's important that we have those variances of entrepreneurs, seating them at the table so that people can get the different flavors and advice pieces from people who have just committed to choosing what chose them first. It's about knowing innately what you're called and who you're called to. And so I'm really excited about this project. I'm so happy to see the different faces. Me as a creative entrepreneur, I definitely want to target those who find it rough being a jack of all trades and a master of none, and give them some of the essentials to kind of hone in on what they have quite naturally. So I think this book is going to be a game changer. I feel like Dawn is onto something that's going to change the way that not only we do entrepreneurship, but anthologies overall as well.
Right. That's absolutely wonderful. That's good. You know, you said she's onto something that's going to innately change the way we do entrepreneurship. And that is what is needed. That's what's needed. Look, it just puts a bright smile on my face, because let me just be transparent for a few minutes coming out of a 20-year nursing career, like I said earlier, and just launching into full-time entrepreneurship. It has absolutely been a roller coaster ride. And I know people are accustomed to seeing the graphics and the lights when you put all that out there, and it looks wonderful, and it just glows, and it just makes you look like you're the mac of all that you're doing. But behind the scenes, you don't understand the toil. You don't understand the building that goes into that to get to that level, to get to where you can present this. And so for so many entrepreneurs, I think they're accustomed to seeing the limelight, and then they're not having somebody that's here telling them, look, it's some groundwork to this. It's some hard work behind the scenes. There are some nights I can remember not sleeping for like 2 nights at a time. I mean, you're constantly going, you're constantly doing something. They think it's just, that you leave work to not work. Before you can become, like you said, that 7-figure CEO, there's still work that has to be done. And I believe with this type of anthology that Dawn is putting out, it's going to help the up and coming entrepreneur know, look, this is the ground stuff that we have to do. This is what we have to do to build, to get to be in the limelight, to be in the glam and the glitz. It's not all that. It's work behind the scenes. And so I think this manual is going to help the entrepreneur understand and know that. It's going to take them by the hand, just like, come on, girl. Come on, guy. We got this, and kind of walk them through some steps, walk them through some things that me coming out, I didn't know. There were some things that I learned on my own. It was just like, wow, what is all of this stuff? And then I had people in my inbox. I had people, messaging me, look, hey, I can help you do this. I can help you do that. I, and it's like, wait, you're bombarding me. This is too much. And then a lot of times, those people didn't have it together themselves, Dawn and Shadaria. You understand what I'm saying? There was no integrity. Why? Because they didn't have this manual when they started, okay? They didn't have something like this when they started to help them along the way. So there were some links that they were missing. So I think this is the consummate, the epic thing that needs to be done, to help the newbies. And then I also think it's going to help the ones that have been in business a while. Because there are some things that people that have been in business a while don't know either. And so if you're going to be, like Shadaria said, a leader, I believe there'll be some chapters in here on leadership,
I have
because you can't.
a, I have a
Well, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I have a poster behind me, and it's one of the quotes I put on myself, and it says, "Society functions better when we know our role." And I can't think of anything more true than that, because there has been an influx of entrepreneurs. And an entrepreneur, if we had to define it, it is a leader. It's somebody who decided to take on the leadership of their own economy, but not just their economy, their purpose. And innately, you are finding yourself. When you say, I'm going to become an entrepreneur, what you're really saying is, I'm getting ready to find myself. Because for sure, as soon as you make that decision, everything that you were dealing with on a interpersonal level, introspective level, you're going to come against the challenges of ways of self, because you're going to find it's not competitors, it's not those who sell the same product as you, it is not those who have something to say about you, but it is you that you are consistently in battle against as an entrepreneur. Because as soon as I signed up for me personally, and I'm going to shut my mouth, as soon as I signed up, I saw health issues. I saw just things in me that I was like, okay, girlfriend, you like to, be a little lazy right here. Or you might like not take care of yourself right there, which are essentially very important to entrepreneurship. And so we have, like you said, this over glamorized explanation of what entrepreneurism is, when it is essentially a responsibility. That's why there's a command. When you see boss your lane, that's a command. It's telling you not only should you, boss what you are called to do, but you should boss yourself. Be the best.
Come on.
Be the best governor of yourself. And so this journey has been crazy, but like I said, I can't even say it enough. Dawn is onto something, because it's a challenge not only to what you are functioning in to do, but a challenge to who you are.
Wow. That's good right there. That is good right there. And when you hit a nerve when you started saying boss yourself, because look, we so often forget about us, because we all tangled up with what we got to do and what we got. But if your health and you're not taking care of yourself, you can't boss nothing. And so I resonate with what you're saying, because I've had some issues in the past few weeks as well, because you find yourself on a continuum, on a wheel, like a hamster, just going. I got to do this. I got to do this. But being in entrepreneurship, being in entrepreneurship and leadership means you got to lead you. You got to see about you. And so I believe that there's going to be some self-care aspects in this book as well, because that's a whole lot of what we have to do to even be entrepreneurs. I can't entrepreneur nothing. Entrepreneur means you're the founder of this thing. You're the builder of this thing. You're building a business, but your body going down. You building a business, but your emotional status is. You building a business, and your spiritual, just everything, just your business is gonna take the same route. So yeah, you hit a nerve when you said that one right there. So I had somebody ask me the other day, it's like, I don't see you on Facebook like I used to. I say, I know you don't, and you're not going to, because I gotta see about me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we gotta teach the people that's coming through. You can't be everything to everybody. That's all a part of being a leader. That's all a part of being in this entrepreneurship realm. You gotta see about you. What you gotta say about that transformational coach, Dawn Lieck?
That's just it. It's the foundation, the fundamentals, because when you're starting out in business, you think that you do have to be everything for everybody. And if you're not constantly working, if you're not constantly in the hamster wheel, you feel like you're wasting time. You're getting
Time.
behind. Someone, everyone's doing better than me, but it's because I'm being lazy. It's not that. It's not that. I think that most times one of the first and foremost things that I want for everyone to be able to take away from this anthology is this: identify where you're at and stop comparing yourself to
Wow.
everyone else. Stop comparing your day two to someone else's day 365.
Come on.
And that's what we're doing in business. Is the pandemic has turned everything upside down. The pandemic, the one thing that I think people have really learned with this pandemic, well, many things, but one of the important things that they learned is that they cannot solely count on a 9 to 5 or working for someone else
Come on. Come on.
to survive. So that has caused people to kind of panic and jump into entrepreneurship. And then we have others that are already entrepreneurs that are jumping after them saying,
Come
hey, I got this for you. I got that for you. I got this is shiny. This is glamour. This is this. This is this. And we are jumping in and investing in things that we are not in that place yet in the business. And so this anthology will help build the foundation, help for the new entrepreneur to learn the fundamentals of basic business and understand how to progress in steps instead of jumping right in and wanting to have, you know, all of, like you said, Keatrice, all of the glitz and the glamour and the Facebook posts and the fancy logo and the web page that you're just starting out. Who's finding you on a web page? You don't need it yet. I've been in business for 3 years and I just now got one. So, I'm just saying, and I
Yeah.
didn't eat without it.
Right.
So depending on your business, I mean, you don't always need all of these things. So the book is laying out, through everyone's different chapters and their contributions, is giving you the fundamentals and the basics of your business, because so many people are on an all out sprint when they should just be walking right now.
Wow.
It,
That's
it
good.
it's costing them a lot of money. They're investing in things that they are not ready to be investing in yet because someone else told them they needed it.
Yeah.
And we've all, I fell into it when I first started my business. I did the same thing. I invested heavily in things that I thought that I needed, and some of the things I invested in 3 years ago, really, I'm not even ready to be having right now. 3 years later.
Wow. That's
So
good.
yeah, so just learning your basics, and that's what my vision is for this book, is giving people the fundamentals of, understanding where they're at and taking it from there and being able to implement and not compare themselves to other people that have been in business for years or other people that are trying to portray something that they are not.
Wow, that's good. That's good. Angela Walker says comparison is the thief of joy. And just like you said, a lot of entrepreneurs, that's what they're doing. They're coming out of the gate and they're looking at somebody that's been out of the gate a year, and they're looking at them and they're saying, well, wow, she's got all this going on, and I don't have any of that going on. Baby, you don't need all of that going on right now. And truth be told, just like you said, she probably don't need all that going on right now either. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just saying.
Right.
I've seen so much since I've been out here, and they'll make you think, girl, you gotta have this, you gotta have that, you need to have this, and before you know it, you're bankrupt and you're
And
looking
discouraged.
crazy
And
and and
discouraged.
discouraged.
You've spent all this money and you're still
That's
not
right.
And
return on your
clueless.
investment because you're not at that place yet. That's the
That's
thing.
right.
Sometimes we are not at the place You know, all that, what is that? Everything that shine glitters isn't gold.
That's
Um,
right.
that's it. That's it. Because we already know we see the best. We see the best of everyone's best on social media, and we need to stop it. We need to stop
Right.
it. You know, um, there's people struggling every day in entrepreneurship. So for all of us to just, you know, come on and say, oh, everything's perfect. And, you know, how many times have you seen, I can help you get 6 figures for in 1 month, just like me? Y'all show me your bank book, show me your stuff, because I
That's
don't know, you know what I mean? But to the new entrepreneur, they're thinking, wow, I can do this. You know, they're wide-eyed and they can do this. And then they're being sold things and investing in things that are not either going to pan out, or if they are, they're not at that level yet. They're not in that
exactly.
place. So just
Exactly.
owning your place of where you're at in business, and understand we've all struggled, like you said, Ketras. There are many sleepless nights. There are many tears. There are many, you know, depressions. There are many angry days. You know,
Woo!
it's not perfect. It's not
Right.
what these pictures on social media. That's not what entrepreneur or any type of business, even as a manager, that's not what it's about. And so we're here to give you the real goods and give you some ways to make it through that time and build your foundation for your business. That's the biggest thing. Build your foundation and start where you're at. Don't try and start 50 steps ahead of where you're at. Start
Exactly.
at.
Start where you're at. Build the foundation. That's absolutely correct. And so often, let me just say this: everybody's not built to be an entrepreneur. We know that it's not for everybody. What my philosophy is on that is, you may not be built to be an entrepreneur per se, leaving your 9 to 5. But what I say about that is, be so ready with a side hustle or something of that nature, something that you've got on the side. So when your job decides that they don't need you anymore, that it doesn't throw you all off kilter. It doesn't make your life just shake at the very core of itself, because you don't have some type of side gig, side hustle, whatever it is you want to call it. You need to have that. I tell everybody, I tell my children that they're 17 and 15. My oldest one is 27. I tell all three of them that you need to have something that that you can say, this is mine. I can still have some type of income when my job decides they don't need me anymore, because it's going to happen. It does not matter if you're a doctor. It doesn't matter if you're a lawyer. It doesn't matter how pristine your job is, how big your title is. It's subject to happen. So you need to have some type of, and we all have that creative force because we were created by the creator. So we all have it. Somebody just needs to help you figure out what it is, but have something on the side. So when your job decides they don't need you no more, you'll still be okay. That's all we're saying. That's foundation. That's something else that's gonna be in this book. Have you a side gig? You got professional side giggers, baby. They work a 9 to 5, but they got a whole bunch of side gigs. Don't raise her head. That's that's just it is what it is. So what are you saying, teachers? Don't let people get in your ear and say, "Girl, you need to quit that job." No, if God ain't told you to quit that job, then you better stay on that job, okay? Because you're gonna be out here looking crazy. Shadaria, what you got to say, baby? Because you look like you got something ready, baby. Come on with it.
No, I'm just, I'm in stark agreement. I think that people have this whole thing misconstrued, and Keachers, I know you're a woman of faith. I know we're women of faith. Just looking at Jesus, our greatest example. By trade, he was a carpenter. His entrepreneurship was his ministry. I know that sounds crazy, but essentially, it fed him. He never lacked a thing because he moved in purpose. And I think a lot of people get clouded thinking entrepreneurship is an escape. Essentially, it is your purpose, yes. But until you're able to smoothly transition
Come on.
Unless you have heard, like you just said, Keetris. As a talented individual, I don't say that in arrogance. I just say it because it's true. God has given me talent. As a talented individual, one of the biggest graces I think I have is to move in humility.
Hmm.
Because you may be gifted to do something you are not character-wise ready to compensate for.
Come on.
When you are talented without that kind of discipline, you don't know that leaving a job can put you in a hole because you might be talented before your time. You might
Come
have
on.
a gift.
Ooh, that's good.
You might have a gift that is beyond you that the culture is not needing, or that you don't know how to compete with competitors within the market, and then you're out here looking like a kid on a bench, and then you broke. And so many people will hype you up, as to say, go, like you
Hmm.
said, girl, lead a job, do this, do that, and you be like, oh yeah, I can do that. Next thing you know, a storm comes, because we already know as soon as you step out in faith to do anything, especially in entrepreneurship. I hadn't seen so much death since I said I'm going to start my own. I hadn't seen so much sickness since I said, why? Because I'm in purpose. Anything you're in purpose, the enemy's going to attack you as soon as you step out in purpose. So even in Ecclesiastes, I believe it says, have you 7 ventures, yea 8. You should have you a side hustle until you
Right.
learn how to migrate out of the central of what, out of that job, out of that central thing that's feeding you. Jesus stayed a carpenter until it was time for him to move into
What you say?
full-time ministry. If you don't have the grace to do that, then you need more than one mentor, more than one voice, sound advice, people who are clear of jealous energy, clear of immaturity, that can say, hey, listen, this is what you do, this is how you do. And if you never heard it before, no need to plug, but plug. Boss Your Lane, I think, is going to help people do that, because
Yeah.
you have a bunch of people who have failed big. Because Michelle Obama say fail big. I believe in failing big. I know something about it. Who have failed big, and now they
Hmm.
can come back and say, you know what? This is what you don't do. You don't leave your job just because you got talent. You leave your
Come
job
on.
because you got a plan and a yes from God. But
That's right.
that's a whole nother subject.
That's a
So
whole.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one though. That's real good. That's real good. That's real good. Don't leave your job if you ain't got a plan or if you ain't heard from God. Stay right there.
I don't care how
Just do
talented
your.
you are. I don't care if you can sing better than Beyonce. I don't care if you can shout better than the best of them. You better have yourself a plan, or you're gonna be somewhere talented and broke. That's a whole
Come on.
subject.
Come on through here. Talented and broke. And that's what we are trying to keep from happening to you with Boss Your Lane. Okay? This is what this book is about to do in your life. And then if you're not an entrepreneur, you may have a family member that is. When the book comes out, get it for them, okay? Dawn Lieck, tell the people the process. How can they become an author in this project? What is it that they can do to get in this project?
Well, I am so excited to hopefully be speaking to some new people after this. Y'all are just, both of you are amazing. You are amazing. Um, Anyone that's interested in being in the project can go to bossyourlane.com and fill out the form, and I will definitely be in touch with them all but immediately to discuss it, because I like doing things one on one. We all have forms and we have all of these things that we fill out, right? But I'm more of a personal conversation person. So I love to talk to anyone that's interested. So again, sign up at bossyourlane.com and we will have a conversation about it. And the thing that's really important to understand here is that yes, we are creating this phenomenal book, all things business, so to speak, for the novice entrepreneur. But as a entrepreneur yourself, giving this advice, or a manager or a supervisor, the benefits for you are just as big. I mean, of course, you're giving your advice, you're going to be a published author, um, visibility. And like Shadaria said, the advertising, the marketing, and you've got something. If you speak, or, if you're doing anything along those lines, you'll now have a book, because once you're in a book and you write about a subject, you become the expert in that subject. So if you're speaking at a conference or on a summit, you now have a book to offer to back up what you just spoke about. So the benefits to the authors is huge. We have different packages, and we have one that I call the high visibility package. And so with me, anybody that has worked with me in the past knows that I'm going to absolutely over deliver, because for me, it's all about the authors in a project. I want the authors to get the full benefits of their investment. And so that's what's most important to me. Of course, putting out a great product but with all of the experts that are in this so far, it can't be anything but successful. But yeah, anybody that's interested, I would love to have a chat with them. Again, sign up at bossyourlane.com.
Listen, y'all, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. Okay? She just gave you some of what you're going to get being a part of this project. And let me just tell you, this is going to be my third book with Dawn Lieck, I believe. I did Finally Free, Drop the Mask, and now we're doing Boss Your Lane. Let me tell you, when she say visibility, you're gonna get what she says, okay? And she don't come out the box halfway. She lets people know, look, these people, look, she's serious about what she's doing. She got the best pushing behind her. Look at Shadaria Allison with these hot graphics she be dropping. Who else you seen put somebody on $100 bill? Baby, I made it to the $100 bill, okay? You understand what I'm saying? So look, this book is going to be absolutely phenomenal. The whole process, everything you're going to get, the visibility, you're going to be able to somewhere along the way, if you want to, be a speaker at a summit. Look, it's gonna build your business. It's gonna build your brand as well. And like she said, you're gonna have a product in your hand to say, look, I'm a published author. I am an expert in this chapter that I spoke about. And this is something that you're gonna need. And let me just say this to you guys. Entrepreneurship is not going anywhere. Social media is not going anywhere.
Preach.
Now is your time to jump on this bandwagon, or you will be left behind. Now, that took my mind to run to the church, to the pastors, the ministers, because y'all need to be in this shift. Pastors, ministers, worship leaders, all of you guys as well. You need to be in this shift as well, because that's the lane that you're bossing. And there are pastors and worship leaders and ministers that are going to need to know how you shifted that ministry into the digital age. That needs to be in this book. You don't need to hold on to that. You need to put this in the book, because look, there's people coming behind you with their ministries that's going to have to shift into this digital age. It ain't, and that's what I say, it ain't going anywhere. This is where we are. These are the times that we are in. And if you're still got that mindset, and I'm still on the church, just give me 1 minute, y'all. If you still got that mindset of we need to go back to the old landmark, I'm sorry, baby. It ain't happening, Captain. Your normal that you were accustomed to is over. So we're out here in these internet streets, as I call them, trying to help you boss your lane, trying to give you an opportunity to share those nuggets, to share that pivot that you took with somebody else, because they're gonna need it. Don't be selfish with your information. Share what you got. We all need it. So look, yeah, that's what we're out here doing. We're out here bossing our lane. And let me just say something else real quick. You know that you got some highways that just, 2 lanes, some of them, 1 lane. Sometimes you got to get over a little bit for somebody else to pass. I don't like to just say I boss 1 lane, baby. I duck over in that lane over there. I pass that car up and I get back in that lane and I duck over in another lane. What are you saying, girl? Some of us got more than 1 lane. Okay, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as we know whatever particular lane you're in at that time, boss that one, okay? All right, it's all right. Don't be out there road raging and looking at somebody else driving and what they doing and trying to pull your gun out and cap on them. Don't do all that. Just boss where you at. It's gonna be all right. We need to help one another. That's what it's all about. Once you on the ladder and you excelling and you up, don't forget about the people that you left behind, because somewhere along the way you may fall down, and those people you left behind may be going up the ladder looking at you while you falling. Help people. Help people. That's what we out here doing. That's what Boss Lane is about. That's what Dawn Lieck's vision is to help the novice entrepreneur with expert advice, all things business. Because these businesses ain't going nowhere. We got these millennials, and I love to say that because they so gung-ho, and they got this vibe about them, and they got this energy about them, and they ain't going nowhere, baby. They coming out the gate with these, they just coming up with businesses. I'm like, where they come from? How they think of that? They just doing this. And so we that are able to give them a leg up to help them. That's what we need to do, because look, those same millennials may have to be the one to pull me up one day. You understand what I'm saying? Shadaria know all about it. Because look, sometimes I got to call her and she be like, no, Miss Keatris, we ain't gonna do it like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. Hand in hand, arms linked together, excelling together. That's what Boss Your Lane is all about. So if you are interested in this project, if you just got one, just one thought in your mind, like, that might be something I'm interested in. Don't let that sit there. If you got that thought in your head, go to bossyourlane.com, put your information in. Somebody will get back to you quickly. We don't let you just hang out there. Dawn gonna be on, Shadaria be on, I'll be on. Somebody's gonna get back to you, because the world needs what you have. So go to bossyourlane.com, sign up at bossyourlane.com, bossyourlane.com, fill out the information, and we're going to get back to you. So, ladies, closing remarks. Shadaria, I'm coming to you, baby.
Oh no, not much to say other than listen. What's the little army thing? We want you. Yeah, we want you guys. I know there's more. Right, we have 20 amazing authors right now, and we know that there's way more of you out there in the world who are bossing your lane every day. Give us a call, reach out, definitely get in touch with Dawn Lieck and info@bossyourlane.com. You can reach us on social media. Follow us on IG, Boss Your Lane. Everything is Boss Your Lane. So I hope to see some new and amazing talent coming in. And we love y'all. So yeah, come join us.
Dawn Lieck, what you got to say, babe?
Oh my gosh, I am ready. I am fired up and I am ready for this. And I am so excited for everyone all of the authors that have already committed to be in the book. But I just want to tell everyone, take a chance. We're taking a chance on all of these different things that we think that we need for our business. This is something that's tangible. This is something that is going to make you a published author. And if you're already a published author, why not add it to your repertoire? This is a business anthology. This is going to be part of your legacy. People are going to read this book about business for years and years and years to come. This is not going anywhere. You're not only helping the new entrepreneur in 2021, 2022, you're helping the new entrepreneur, 20 years from now. And so your knowledge is so needed. So take that chance. Go sign up at bossyourlane.com. It cannot hurt to have a conversation. It can't hurt to talk about it, right? So I am excited and I'm fired up and I am ready to talk to all of you. Like Shadaria said, we want you.
Yes, we want you. And let me just say that, like Dawn said, you're leaving a legacy. You're gonna leave something for your children, your children's children, and your children's children's. I'm just telling you, it's gonna be a generational legacy that you're leaving, an indelible mark in the earth. When you put that your chapter on paper, that's an indelible mark that you're leaving on earth for somebody to be able to pick up and read at any given moment. Don't take all of that information to the grave with you. Leave it here for somebody. Leave it as a roadmap for somebody else to be able to walk with, to be able to say, you know what? Get perfect example. I got Cicely Tyson's book. Let me tell you, I just I love that thing because she left an indelible mark in the earth. She's gone on, but her name's gonna live forever. Even on the big screen, in these books that she wrote, Maya Angelou, two of my favorite people, leave a mark in this earth for people to be able to tangibly hold on to. Don't take it with you. I made a vow to God that I'm not going to go to the grave with anything that He has placed in me. I will go empty. Even if I don't get what is just due me from the people that I'm helping, I know He will reward me. But I promised Him I'm not going to leave this earth with anything that He's placed in me. I'm not gonna go to the grave with it. I'm gonna empty it all out. And so that's what we want. That's what we want you to do. That's why we want you to contribute to this Boss Your Lane anthology. This is what it's all about. Dawn, I'm so grateful that you followed the vision, that you didn't say no, that you didn't just, hold on to it and say, I'm not gonna do it. Doesn't matter. Look, I say if you help one person, you've done what you're supposed to do.
Right.
Sometimes we start out on things and it don't look like what we think it ought to look like, but that's okay. The end results always trump what we think it
Yes.
should look like. You just
Yes.
have to persevere. You have to stay there. You don't give up. You muster up that intestinal fortitude and you keep on going. That's what it's all about. That's what entrepreneurship is all about.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
that's what we're doing with Boss Your Lane. So I have enjoyed you, ladies. I'm so grateful that you graced the platform on tonight. We are grateful for our listeners, our watchers. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay, and you too go to bossyourlane.com and sign up. Or if you know somebody, share this video with them so they can sign up, because we all know somebody that may be an entrepreneur, business owner, a manager, a pastor, a minister, a worship leader, whatever you are doing that you're bossing your lane. Share this video with them. Share this information with them because we want them to be a part of this. That's what we want y'all to do. Thank you, Dr. Allison, the beauty practitioner, the bio queen. Thank you, Dawn Lieck, the visionary author of Boss Your Lane. And until next time, y'all keep on spitting that fire. Good night, guys.
Thank you.